Wow, you're telling me that Kuihman says crazy, provocative stuff that could land him in trouble sometimes? Wow, I'm hearing this now for the first time.
Sort of Bosch was saying, it's crazy. I've seen like everyone go through these.
Well, you see, your mobile phone has got cobalt in it. So how could you possibly have a problem with CSAM, bro? Okay, so we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna classify this as more of a palate cleanser, mainly because I don't think there's any more drama to suckle out of this. But yes, obviously we spoke about my son yesterday. My son Kuihman nearly got smeared as a pedophile, but fortunately we were able to move past it, okay? Apparently this call is kind of boring. I didn't see many people talking about it. But let's have a little look and see what this is all about, okay? Let's get into this quickly.
Hello there. This video is just a follow-up to another one I did recently called Kuihman's Got Some Weird Takes About Lolly, Doesn't He? Following the release of that video, Kuihman did an initial response and we agreed to have a call about it, which we have had now. And that call itself will be the last 17 minutes or so of this video today. I just wanted to add also that I'm glad me and Kuihman were able to have our call, and I think we ironed out where we weren't seeing eye to eye.
Okay.
In the call, I own up to the fact that my video was pretty heavy-handed, probably more so than it needed to be. But also, I try to explain that I was primarily attempting to communicate that Kuihman was potentially leaving himself a bit open to these types of critiques. And
wow. Who said that before? Who said that before? Who has said that before? Also, I don't even know. Also, I think Kuihman recognizes this. And also, I don't know if Cardposting was genuinely trying to do the right thing here. I think he wanted to shit on Kuihman. He's been a little bit, you know, a little bit deceptive here, I'd say. Wow. You're telling me that Kuihman says crazy, provocative stuff that could land him in trouble sometimes? Wow, I'm hearing this now for the first time. I think there's like a call where Kuihman comes on and he's saying crazy shit and I'm like annoyed with him. He's like, bro, what the I'm like, just fucking dude, stop saying this crazy shit.
I don't really want to dogpile on Kuihman for that. Ideally, I would just like to see him maybe keep a closer eye on what he's saying, especially when he's on a touchy topic, so that other people don't have room to jump on him for something in the future. Could I have been clearer about that in my video? Yes, definitely.
Okay.
But I feel like, thankfully, we were able to have our call, and we were
Dude, I don't know, man. It feels like, listen, what this feels like to me is that he is walking this back without saying he's walking it back. Okay? I think he recognizes that we went way too fucking hard. That he didn't have the fucking, you know, like he was talking about bigger creators should scrutinize him. And now he's like, oh, well, at least he's learned from this as I wanted him to. Dude, come on, bro.
To clear that up within 24 hours of my video coming out. All that said, I'll leave you now with the audio of that call between Kuihman and myself.
The thumbnail was a picture of Kuihman's Wiggler with a fucking big nonce question mark pointing to Kuihman. Like, come on, dude.
Until next time, goodbye for now, and have a lovely day.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yep, can you hear me?
Oh, sorry, let me just turn you down a little bit.
Okay. I think we might need to listen to the other side of this, because this sounds pretty rough. So we've got the Kuihman timestamp. I'm guessing his audio is better. He recorded it through a tin can with a piece of string attached to it, I think. Yes. Obviously, I'll, yeah. Bro, you want to say anything about thumbnails? Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yes. My thumbnails, very provocative. I know that, okay? However, the problem I've got with this is I feel like he's being dishonest in terms of what he was trying to do there, okay? Right, let's have a listen. Dean Withers Balding. Okay. Here we go.
Oh. Jesus, dude. Oh, he's ringing. Hi. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep, can you hear me?
Oh, sorry, let me just turn you down a little bit. Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Did you have any questions about what I was going to say, or?
No, I figured you'd have questions. I thought that was... I thought that was the point of the video, was that you had questions you wanted answered.
Oh, Kuihman a bit testy. A little bit testy there. Interesting, interesting.
Okay, fine. I'll just get into it, and I'll try and keep it brief. Well, thanks for agreeing to have me on and hear me out for a bit.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll just start by saying I'm not going to try and pull any surprises on you or debate anything specifically.
That's okay. I was looking for a debate.
Well, I mean, I'll say something, and you can disagree with it if you want, and we'll see how it goes. But
dude, how can you not like card posting, dude? He's like, he is like untouched by stupid internet drama. Do you know what I mean? Or the way he handles himself and stuff.
I think the main issue that I wanted to sort of address is how the format of your content means you end up in this position where sometimes you look like you're saying something that's a bit suspect or a bit off, but not that I'm accusing you at all of actually like.
So can I ask a question just immediately? Can I just ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
So okay, immediate from you saying that, is your approach here less, I think this guy's a pedophile, and more critique of the form of streaming?
It's not. I'm not saying change anything about your format. I'm not saying the format's bad. But one of the things I have sort of picked up on is, like, for instance, just looking at your views over the past, like, 2 months or so, you normally get, like, on your videos, you get between, let's say, 1,500 views and 3,000 views. And then you have like little spikes. Like over the last 2 months, you've had 2 major spikes, as far as I can tell, when you did the Nuxtaku Mudaha thing, and like the last week when you're doing Destiny. And I think...
Yep.
And so I don't follow all your content. So like you could have had, in one of the videos where you're getting like 1,000 views, you could have had an absolutely perfect argument for why the lolicon thing is bad. But I think the problem is people might end up not seeing that because more like literally most of your views are on videos where you might not have said that. So it's sort of like optics is a word that gets overused a lot as a critique.
Oh,
but it is sort of an optics thing. And like I'm not trying to do a hit piece.
Okay, listen, it's very obvious to me, right, that as time has gone on, Kuihman has recognised that yes, you cannot just be a total fucking schizo barbarian saying whatever the fuck you want. You do need to at times be cautious. At times you need to be cautious. So it's good. It's good. He definitely has moved forward, you know. But I don't think he's lost. I don't think he's lost that kind of like ability to say something how it is, you know. But I think he's better at saying it in a certain way that means that he doesn't sound quite as, you know, unhinged or deranged, perhaps.
It's on you. I promise. I'm just saying it could.
Lolly is bad
suspect.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Something I haven't just quite asked something. Just because I forgot this at the very beginning. Harmful Opinions said, and I haven't looked into this, so I'm asking you purely. Harmful Opinions said one of the clips you took had the middle section of the clip removed, so it sounded like I was saying pedophiles should talk to each other as opposed to pedophiles should talk to therapists and responsible, normal people.
This is sort of surrounding the study thing, and I just want to I'll make 2 points. First, secondly, I'll address the study specifically if you want me to, because I think the study isn't actually a good sort of argument for what it seems like you're making.
I think I definitely didn't word it properly when I said it. I sort of combined two sets of research where, like, I'm talking about, on one hand, I'm talking about group therapy, and on the other hand, I'm talking about the study that shows that high risk offenders are more likely to commit offences if they consume Lolicon, but low risk offenders, there's no evidence either way. And I combined those two and just sort of like spat it out in an awful like amalgamation. So I totally see a critique there in terms of like optics and phrasing and everything. But I was just specifically wondering about, was there a middle section removed that sort of changed the meaning a little bit?
I don't think I edited anything to make it sound like you were saying something you weren't. But I just briefly jumped through the Chud coverage and
you watched my coverage. Avoiding the clipping allegation.
I just briefly jumped through the Chud coverage, and one of the things he sort of mentioned is how it looks like it could potentially be out of context. Like I didn't leave a whole heap of room on either side of what you were saying. But it's sort of like the main point I'm trying to get across.
Chud is fair.
And like, I promise it's not like a hit piece. Like I'm not trying to.
I mean, listen, okay. I think that the way he's gone about it certainly comes across that way. In fairness, at the end, he does say that he doesn't think conclusively that he's some sort of nonce. It's just that he then says, well, maybe a bigger creator could scrutinize him. That comes across as like, let's hope a big creator has a look at this and sees how crazy he sounds and shits on him. Do you know what I mean?
Say, this guy's bad, etc.
Don't worry about the caveating. I'm approaching this totally. I like your videos. I like your stuff. I'm approaching this as you're coming in good faith. So don't worry about caveating with it's not a hit piece. It's okay.
Oh.
So the main thing I want to get across is like,
look at that. How heartwarming.
And maybe I sort of went a bit heavy-handed.
Glazing.
And it is definitely
glazing the guy that's called him a full-blown pedophile.
Heavy-handed, like especially with like I stand by the title to an extent and the thumbnail I used. But my point is, I think you have just a slight issue that could be affecting you, where what you're making could be like bad optics and like you know what I mean? Like if someone did want to do a hit piece on you, like if someone for whatever reason, like
I give them a lot of rope to do it with. I give them a lot of I'm conscious. I'm aware of that. I'm aware that I do that.
I'm saying you're making a lot of rope, and I'm just like saying, I'm saying in good faith for your own sake, maybe just like tighten it up on like what you're saying. That's like my main thing.
So not even
right. This is like a microcosm of the fucking Mr. Girl shit, isn't it? You're saying stuff that's in bad optics, but fortunately, Kuihman has got enough sense to go, okay, well, there's probably something in that, right? I mean, he said that the way he spoke about the study, he should have been clearer when he spoke to me, right? Interesting. Bro, on stream later, he's going to be like, Lolicon is terrible. If you look at it, you're a pedophile. It's disgusting. The creation of it is disgusting. It's so icky and gross that you do. It's so icky and gross and weird. Stop now.
Okay, so, because I've heard, similar critiques to this in the past, where people say, but oftentimes what people will say to me is, why even bother saying this? Or even if it's true, why say it? Or, why even debate these topics? And I don't really like, I don't really like those criticisms, because that's essentially saying like, even if something's true, if it's socially frowned upon, you shouldn't say it. I feel like that's like that doesn't feel very honest to me. It feels like you're buckling to, like, if you apply that principle, how many situations are you going to apply that principle to? You know, would you not speak out against some crazy injustice if it was going on because people don't want you to say it? Like, I don't like that principle as like a rule. But I mean, I totally get what you're saying, where each time when you do extensive coverage of something, things get left behind in different versions of takes you give, and it probably would benefit me a lot if each time I'm giving my opinion on something, I try to make sure I include every component of it, as opposed to just giving the reflexive quip that only gives you 10% of the picture in the moment, because that can lead to misunderstanding. I totally agree with that. I see what you're saying.
Okay, I totally get what you're saying, and I think you
look at that.
Understood what I'm
Very
saying.
Rare. No wonder no one was talking about this call, because it's so fucking, so relaxed, so calm. Everything's very reasonable.
Sort of on the back of that,
Yeah, the thing is, you've got to find the right balance between caveating everything to death, but then also engaging with a level of caution so that there isn't, a clip. Because, like, if there's a minute-long clip of you saying something, most people are going to assume that's got all the context that you need, right? So it's basically being cautious to not say something. And, I obviously say crazy stuff on stream sometimes. I try and make it clear when I'm joking and shit like that. But, like, I am probably guilty of this as well, right? Everyone who says provocative things is guilty of this. So it's not like I'm completely innocent in all of this. But there are some topics where you can get away with doing that and other topics where you can't. And if there's a clip of you saying something utterly fucking insane about pedophilic shit, that is going to likely be used strongly against you at some point in the future. So, you just got to try and be cautious to make sure that they haven't got that moment, because even if you're not actually saying anything wrong in terms of, like, your broader point is correct, it can look really fucking bad and can just be used against you,
Just one of the little things I noticed that, like, people were saying in my comment section, and a little bit.
Kuihman avoided playing Minesweeper with Mastermind card and took friendship. W Kuihman and W Cardposting. Love everyone, y'all.
Thank you for the super chat. Exactly. Dark Viper did the same thing to you. He takes out of context clips where you're being crazy to paint you as a maniac. Exactly. But the thing is, that's fine for me, because it's like, oh, Dark Viper's autistic shut-in audience are going to think I'm a maniac. Who fucking cares? Most other people would probably see it as humorous, funny, whatever, right? But when it's like, oh no, look, this guy's a complete pedophile. I mean, it's very difficult to overcome that without coming out looking like you're just a pedophile.
In, like, your chat and stuff, a lot of people were saying, and I don't know how accurate it is, but a lot of people were saying that this sort of response has been, like, coming. Like, recently you've been, like, setting yourself up for this sort of thing. Like, if I was doing, like, a real hit piece, or if someone was doing a real hit piece, a lot of people, maybe not a majority, but a lot of the vocal people are saying that they're not surprised this would sort of come.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'm not surprised that this is coming. I was surprised it was you making it. I was surprised it was on your channel. But yeah, I mean, I know that anytime, I've been around on the internet for long enough. I've watched, fucking all the Vosh, Destiny, all these guys go through, like, every, Vosh obviously has said this sort of shit Vosh was saying. It's fucking crazy. Bro. I've seen, like, everyone go through these.
Well, you see, your mobile phone has got cobalt in it. So how could you possibly have a problem with CSAM? Bro. That is literally what he fucking said. No, that's not even I'm being a bit facetious in my experience. That's pretty much what he fucking said. It's crazy. Multiple times. And then you've got other kind of controversial comments too. It just stacks up and makes you look terrible. You can't slip around that, man. That's going to fuck you. And it fucked him in terms of creating a controversy that he had to contend with. But now I think he's continued on. So tell me, do you ever happen to eat a chocolate bar? Well, that's got cocoa in, don't you? Did you know that sometimes they use slaves They use slaves to get the cocoa. Oh, got a chocolate bar there, have you? Well, let me explain to you why you eating that means it's okay for another person to look at CSAM.
These things who engage in these topics, I've seen a lot of Mr. Girl's content. I like some of Mr. Girl's content. Obviously, he, veers way further across the line than almost anyone else, and you'll see endless hit pieces, and there will be endless hit pieces on this guy for as long as there's any views to be had in doing so. So like, I'm constantly aware that if you wade into these topics, especially if you're like an abrasive personality who wants to sort of have a take and argue it, yeah, the hit pieces are going to come eventually. Not saying yours is a hit piece, but that's what I'm saying. They're gonna that is coming. Obviously, that is an inevitability.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah, well, that's sort of the main thing that sort of I had to say. I had a look at the study, and I think I saw in the harmful opinions coverage, he sort of covers that, but it sounds like you understood that.
Well, I just had a brief exchange with him as well.
Yeah, it's mainly just like a little bit of bad optics, and like a tiny bit of bad optics every day, could add up to something that looks bad. So, that's sort of like my main point.
Sure, yeah. I do feel like in the video you did go a bit hard on this guy might be a pedophile thing, but I think you said you were a bit heavy-handed. I feel like you see that.
No, I'll own up to that. I'll apologize a bit for that's kind of heavy-handed.
Hey, okay.
Admittedly, like.
I don't want to jump on you too much, but I feel like didn't Alec Gunter go after you for some like story you wrote? I feel like can you make similar?
Like, that's one thing that I should mention. Like as I was watching your I watched the VOD like this morning. I didn't watch it live, but like as you were going, it sounded like my first observation is like you didn't know sort of what tone to take in responding to me. Not like as a matter of like posturing, but just like you're a bit thrown off by like you didn't know if this was a hit piece. You didn't know how hard it would be if it was a hit piece. You didn't know what clips there were going to be, and it felt like you were sort of pulling your punches.
I'd seen.
Dude, I definitely felt like that watching it. I was like, what is this going to be? Because I know Kuihman has had some pretty, insane clips that you could take. And I was like, damn, what could this possibly be? And then the clips that were provided were actually like not that crazy, to be honest. Yeah. Dan, where's the drama? Start shouting at each other. Come on.
I'd seen the clips in advance. I did skim through the video before I started my stream.
Oh, okay.
But I'll be real with you. I was thrown off because I've watched your videos and I was like, this doesn't seem like card posting. First of all, it doesn't seem like card posting. Second of all, I like this guy. Well, I'm so upset this guy's saying like he thinks I might be a pedophile. So that was like my response was like, yeah, I was kind of thrown off. I'll be real. But yeah. So while I'm choosing what turn to take, it was sort of like I want to defend myself. I want to go hard, but also like I don't think you're being dishonest, so I don't want to just like eviscerate you, like go like start screaming insults or something. Like so I was sort of a bit like, where do I take this? But yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Like when you were saying stuff, I genuinely felt a little bit bad when you're like, oh, I like this guy, he's normally good, and when you were like, it's like a good point, like the problem I had with Alec Gunner when he was just lying about me and all stuff, like, that's a good point. Like, I shouldn't be too heavy-handed. I was definitely too heavy-handed at some points.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, no worries. Listen, I've made comment. It's nothing like crazy, but I've made plenty of fucking heavy-handed statements calling people stuff. So I'm not like crazy about it. I wanted to just address that. But anyway, if you've got anything to go with.
That's just about everything important I've got to say. Probably just like I just give some friendly advice that like just sort of tighten up the sort of just tighten up some of your reacts a bit, just so you do, because I don't want you to make rope for other people to do the hit piece for real.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I just sort of accept that hit pieces are coming.
Okay.
I try and be as, you know, what would you say? Like optically effective, I guess, as possible. You know, I try not to just completely fuck myself over, but I'm sort of aware of the looming constant. There's going to be hit pieces. Obviously, it's going to be hit pieces. And your job is just sort of to manage how
Sleepy
bad
time
they can
call.
possibly be. I just wanted to ask you though. So, are you looking to make more YouTube drama content? Is that what I'm understanding from like the start of your video? And
okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
I think he
This
wants
is
an
the
in.
most wholesome content since Jar Redemption. Bless Saint Card. I would like to apologize for unnecessarily mogging Kuihman and Stylo.
Thank you for the super chat. Bro, what happened to all the energy from the retards in chat yesterday? Do you remember that? Bro, we're still going to do this 2-hour hate thing at some point. I'm so sick of people acting like Kuihman's some deranged pedophile. It's bizarre. It's totally bizarre. I'm sick of it. We're doing it at some point. But yeah. Anyway, sorry, yeah, he wants an in. So I think that he wants some sort of way. I think he wants to start talking about the drama stuff more, and he's trying to figure out a way to kind of slip in some way. And maybe this was his kind of concept of, you know, dipping his toe in the water, so to speak. You know, the bread tube stuff is on the out, for one thing. I don't think he really cares about that necessarily. But the other problem, I think, for card posting is he's running out of dog whistles. Bro. He's running out of fucking dog whistles to talk about, which is his whole concept of the primary thrust of his channel. Weegan, roosters, Michigan plates. I mean, bro, what are we doing here? Coin reading, triangular spiral, frogs, which I'm guessing has turned the frogs gay. The future of dog whistles 101. The spiral. Yeah, I've got no idea what the spiral is. This is all just fucking rooster. I mean, bro, this is all just insane, isn't it? We've gone from fucking fire alarm bleeps to Weegan. Dude, so I think he probably wants to find some other stuff to talk about, I would have thought, you know? And yeah, I mean, I do think he's got the right mentality and tone to actually do funny content on drama. Do you know what I mean? I think he's got something there to offer that's probably different to what people are used to, you know?
I don't want to do. I'm not too sure. I don't really want to do. I don't want to pivot into like full-time, you know, drama or disagreement or argument. Yeah. For a number of reasons, like it takes a lot of time for one thing, and it's not necessarily like fun. And it's not something I'm like naturally inclined to do. If I saw a video by someone I watched, and I normally like them, but I thought they got something completely wrong, I would do a good faith video sort of responding to that.
Thank you for the raid!
And,
did I get raided? Thank you.
Doing my side of the argument. But I wouldn't seek out people that I think are just going to be wrong.
Sure, right. You don't want to be on the treadmill of just like
Crisp lettuce. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. It's very good.
Sizing people, but you're not opposed to it, and you're maybe more open to the idea than you were before.
I don't want to be on the you know, daily grind of just talking about whatever the topic of the day is.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. I mean, anything else you wanted to talk about? Or?
I guess that's it, isn't it?
Nothing in my mind. Yeah, I saw that like Harmful Opinions did a thing. Just watched it, and I saw that I briefly took a look at like Chudlogic doing it. Yeah, I think they had similar takes that like it like if you evaluate it as a hit piece, then it you know, it's weaker than you might have been expecting, but also you probably weren't expecting that, and like they had pretty much the same take more or less. But no, like
why do you guys still do this? like, look, I'm not trying to. Yeah, sometimes I get tangentially brought up in a topic. Okay, it's fine. Listen, it is what it is. It's like when you walk into a bar and everyone knows who you are. Okay.
You know, I'm glad we had this call and just like ironed out exactly what we wanted to say was.
Well, fair enough. Cool. Good chatting with you. Let me know if you ever want to talk again or anything. If you're ever got disagreements or anything, or think I've said something that's not optically, I'm always willing to talk to you. So.
Okay, if I ever see something from you that I like genuinely disagree with, I'll do a polite disagreement video. And then
no worries. All right, sounds good. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Catch you later. See ya.
See ya.
Saved. Good ending. Good ending, guys.
Bro. Dude. That's it. A polite disagreement video.
We did it. We did it, guys. Card posting is my best friend.
Oh my god, dude. Fuck off, dude. Narrative status controlled.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Bobka became a member. Bobka celebrates 2 months of membership. 2 months him in the pipeline.
Thank you for the membership. You're so mad. You're mad he talked about Kuihman first, that's not you. Wait, what? Wait. Bro, I don't have that much of an ego. You're putting this fake ego. You're slandering me like I slander you. Stop it now. Now, we'll do the 2 hours hate at some point. We'll do the 2 hours hate. I think Kuihman will be up for that. We'll let all these people that think he's a paedophile come on and ask him about it, you know? It will probably be a more relaxed version.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Of some of the ones we did
How do
before.
I make money off depressed people?
It's called power. Every room you walk into, everyone should know your name. Embrace it.